I spent 7 days making this $500 designer dupe because I thought it would be a and now I have no money. Thanksgiving in my family is a big thing. Part of this includes the annual family photo. So this year we all were placed in the Instagram group chat so we could discuss the theme for this year. The court has officially ruled on this color palette for this year's theme. I've always loved designer, and this year is no different. So officially settled on this $550 top from Alexander Wang, and this $530 dress from Vanderkooi. I don't know. As per we mentioned before, of course I'm not gonna buy this outfit because, well, I'm poor and it's way above my tax bracket. So of course, I'm gonna make it. Or as you're seeing this, I've already made it. Let's get started. As much as I love the original cocoa brown of the dress, I do not have this color and fabric, and we're working with what I already have in my fabric stash because I'm not buying anything new for this. I'm gonna be using this pattern from Mood Fabrics to make the turtleneck because I've never made a bodysuit before, and honestly I want to. So the pattern for this dress is gonna be this self-drafted pattern because I originally was gonna try to use this pattern, but it ended up being impossible to put together. It's okay though, because I spent 3 days of this timeline crying over making this pattern. I cut out all of my pattern pieces using a rotary cutter for precision and speed. Then I marked all of my darts using a regular number 2 pencil because I lost my tailor's chalk again. It's time for the serger. I started by placing the neck in half, hot dog style, and then running it through the serger. I did the same with both cuff pieces. Then I ran the suit up both shoulders. I clipped the sleeves in place, sewed down, and repeated this process for the side, clipping and sewing them. At this point, I flipped the neck and the cuffs and then gathered them by hand, clipping the cuff and neck pretty sides to pretty sides, and then sewing down. I ran the serger along the edges of the legs and crotch piece and then set aside. At this point, I ran all of my dress pieces and lining through the serger to prevent any fraying. And Mr. Serger officially gets to go back to his resting place. At this point, I ironed all of the current pieces and ironed and hemmed the leg holes and crotch. I said crotch. I officially then pinned together the bodice, skirt, darts in the main piece, and then the lining. Now we officially load Bessie with a double needle and cream thread, or at least we try until we realize that I've made a grave mistake. Rest in peace, double needle. We'll miss you. Since I broke Mr. Double Needle at this point, I'm hemming the leg holes with a standard zigzag stitch. At this point, I added on snaps so we could close the leg piece in between the bodysuit, sewing down all of the bodice seams and all of the skirt seams and darts. Now I'm at this part, I'm gonna try everything on to make sure it fits. Everything is then gonna get a nice firm iron. Make sure to press out all the seams and make it crispy. Once I'm test fitted and ironed, I sew the skirt to the outer lining of the bodice. Then we insert the zipper and sew down the back seam. At this point, we flip everything inside out and sew the lining to the zipper. Then I closed up the shoulder seams by placing them back to front and using a standard stitch and a zigzag across it. Lastly, I use a hem guide foot to sew a hem along the bottom of the skirt. And just like that, my 7-day challenge has been completed. So how do you think I did? I honestly think it turned out pretty cute. To all of my friends who are actually watching this during the Thanksgiving week, I hope all of you have a happy and safe Thanksgiving, whatever your traditions may be. If you like this video, give me a like for encouragement because I am always very discouraged about this whole record yourself on camera thing. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the follow button because I have some more DIY projects planned. And lastly, thank you for watching.